What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And today we have a whole bunch of news going live, obviously because tomorrow we have the official Sugo Fest with Legend V2 Jack and his badge coming out, and this is the official day where they reveal a bunch of information in regards to some of the events that are going to be debuting at the start of May. So of course we have the Sugo Fest. We made a couple of videos yesterday talking about the brand new batch, Legend Jack, talked about a new Pirate Rumble Sugo Fest that's coming that hasn't been announced yet, but the day before it comes out, so the 29th, it probably will be announced in game. There isn't really too much information to really grasp out of this banner announcement, really, because we kind of have all the information already. But one thing to know is what characters are actually boosted on the banner. So part 1 of the Sugo Fest with the worser steps, you got access to characters such as Ray-Ban, Super Tandem Whitebeard, you've got Super Tandem Sengoku, you got Tandem Big Mom. I've got a couple of good characters here and there, but overall, we already know this is a banner that you should be skipping. Part 2 of the Sugo Fest, we do know, was confirmed to have Legend Killer, and just basically some of the characters that were in Part 1 are also going to be featuring here. Part 3 has Legend Hawkins, Korra, and Law, which is pretty cool. But once again, overall, probably should be skipping this banner. It doesn't really seem that enticing overall. Next is the announcement of the new turtle farming event, which is going live the exact same day as the Sugo Fest, featuring a brand new Mako character. Now, we did also touch up on this briefly yesterday, but with the announcement on Twitter of the new Pirate King Adventures game mode, it did state on Twitter that this is going to be replacing these types of turtle farm events. So this is likely going to be our final turtle farming event in the game. I mean, maybe they'll come back in the future, maybe as random events, but to our knowledge right now, this is likely going to be the final turtle farm event, which is crazy to say. But let's actually talk about what this Mako does. So he's an Int Powerhouse fighter. Captain ability is a 3.25 boost to Int and Powerhouse. Yeah, not really too exciting there overall. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Anyways, the special ability reduces damage taken by 80% for 1 turn, which is okay. And remember, because of the introduction of damage reduction based attack boosts, damage reduction specials really are going to be a bit more valuable, I feel. He also heals the crew by 30 times his recovery at the end of the turn for 1 turn. He reduces your chain reduction and burn duration by 5 turns, completely removes all forms of poison, and if the crew heals over 20,000 beyond the crew's maximum health before launching the special. So this isn't like, well, I guess technically overhealing is the same thing, but this is very similar wording to V1 Legend Eneru, which said that once you healed past a certain, or once you get to full HP, and then you heal past that point, then you get more beneficial effects, and that's the same thing here. So if you're at full HP, and you recover up to 20,000 before you launch the special, which means if you're at full HP, you use a healing special, you use a recovery slot or whatever it is to heal back some HP. Healing from ships or auto healing does count towards this as well. If you heal 20,000 beyond the crew's max HP before launching the special, it reduces Int and Powerhouse characters' charge time by 1 turn and boosts their base attack by 1,000 for 1 turn. If you don't heal beyond the HP threshold, you just get 800 base attack boost. So it would be nice to get the cooldown reduction. He does resist special reverse as well. So they have this crewmate ability to resist reverse, but then you are so focused on having to heal over 20,000 before you launch the special in order to get this to actually work. I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest. He does reduce the entire team's paralysis by 1 turn. That's a very cool mechanic. Very, very good. And that's basically it. So he seems okay. I don't think he's going to see a lot of play. He does have the hunger removal potential ability, so more free-to-play units with hunger is never a bad thing. Doesn't have a very good support effect. And Int recovery up 5 HP 3. And he does attack buff, paralysis reduction, and damage over time reduction. Yeah, he's not really going to see play in Rumble, unfortunately. But in terms of the characters that are boosted for this event, pretty typical. You've got the new Batch, you've got Barto and Cavendish, you've got the new Bonnie and Hawkins and Killer, you've got the old school Barto and Cavendish as well, and then a random assortment of characters. So these are some Sugo Fest exclusives. You got some Super Evolutions and some other miscellaneous characters, and it is funny that they do announce the new Pirate Rumble Rare Recruit Sasaki and Who's Who when their banner isn't actually officially revealed yet, but either way, you know, it's just a regular turtle farming event, nothing special. The next thing that was announced is the next season for Grand Party. Now, from what I can ascertain, there is no changes to this announcement to what we see in last month's banner, except for the rules, of course. The rules will give us a bit more details as to what we should be expecting. So, the rules this time, I'm not really a big fan of it. They've done it multiple times before. Int, get level 8 attack. Driven, level 5 CT increase. Striker, HP up level 5. Free Spirit, special CT down level 3. That is brutal. And then when your leader is present on your team, strikers receive level 4 defense. And that's it, right? So this is another one of those seasons where the int-driven teams are going to be extremely potent, very strong, and I would say almost unbeatable. I don't see, you know, Free Spirit taking on these teams, even with half stats. It's going to be pretty brutal for the Free Spirit teams to get through, I feel. So, Int Driven is going to be very, very good in this season, and it's kind of annoying because that's now 2 seasons in a row where Int and Driven have been, like, the best teams to go for Rumble. For Grand Party, that is, specifically. So I'm not really looking forward to it. We have actually seen the title on Twitter. There was a data mine of what the title looks like. It has Jack in his hybrid form. I think if there is any season to not reach 15 wins for the title, it's definitely this one. I don't think too many people are going to be mad about missing the Legend Jack title. It is what it is. Yeah, I'm not really that excited about this Grand Party. I hate Grand Party. I've made it public. You know, Grand Party is one of the worst game modes that they've ever made. I hate it. We move. We have a new announcement in regards to Legend tickets that we're going to be receiving throughout the month of May. So during this next month, we now have the introduction of Legend Hawkins and Legend Killer to be pullable from these tickets, which is fantastic to see. I don't really like the way that they do it. The way that they used to do it was whenever a character debuted, they would be automatically be input into tickets, but now they only update the tickets at the end of each month. So, you know, it's kind of lame. And remember, it does only include generic legends. It doesn't include Rumble, Treasure Map, Kizuna Legends, Super Sugos, Annie exclusive. None of those characters can be pulled from these. But just letting you guys know that Hawkins and Killer will be available heading into next month. Now, this is a big piece of information. We have now an update in regards to the additional red tickets that we're going to be receiving for the month of May, the 9th anniversary, and based on your account levels bounty. So the higher your bounty, the more red tickets you receive for certain variables. So we can see here that there are going to be the S rank tickets. Now, the S rank tickets are going to have characters from Hawkins and Killer, the recent batch, all the way up until Moria and V3 Blackbeard. So it's not, the characters down the bottom here definitely are not as enticing, but of course when you get to the top, you get access to the film red characters like Chopper, Beckman, Lucky Roo, Usopp, and Yasop. You got Tandem Big Mom, Rayleigh Gaban, obviously a really big, Korra and Law, Legend Hiyori, which of course is very good for the most recent Grand Voyage, Tandem, Law, and Kid if you haven't got him yet. You know, Dex, Dog, and Cat are still pretty solid too. There's a good pool of characters there. You've got the A pool, which I think is probably the weakest, and when I say the weakest, the main reason why I say that is because the characters in this tier, like, not all of them have super evolutions yet. Eventually, when a lot of these characters do receive their super evolution, this tier of ticket, in hindsight, would look amazing. But like in terms of level limit breaks, in terms of super evolutions, this is like the most lame tier. But if you can start leveling these characters now, getting their level limit breaks leveled up, then eventually when a lot of these characters do receive their super evolutions or their level limit breaks, this tier of ticket is going to be godly. But then we go to the B tier, and this is probably the most exciting for most people out there because it has all the old school legends, which of course have received their level limit breaks and are going to be useful in lots of content out there. Like specifically this time skip Luffy, I'm still missing this guy at level 5. I would love to have him at level 5 just to trial him out in content. This guy's really cool. So there's a lot of interesting units in here that, you know, either have super evolutions, you know, or they've got their level limit break that are really, really solid units to use. So we can see that, you know, these are the characters that you're going to be receiving, and you can check the post here in terms of how much bounty that you actually have, and it gives you a list of how many additional tickets you're going to be receiving for each level. And I guess depending on your account level and how much bounty you actually have, the fact that you get more of the Rare Recruit B ticket is actually kind of a good thing, so you can level up a lot of your older characters. It's kind of funny how it works like that. But surprisingly, you know, not too many people are going to be in that top bracket to receive 12 to 14 S rank tickets. Myself personally, I will be in the second level where I receive 5 Bs, I think, you know, 9 to 5 As, and then 6 to 10 of S rank tickets. So that's where I'm going to be in terms of these tickets. So, of course, when they do drop, I believe they said they're going to be coming on May 11th. With the anniversary Sugo Fest. So when they do come out, of course, I'll likely record or stream my pulls for you guys, so you guys see exactly what we get. So that's all in regards to the bounty achievement gifts. Another thing that was announced today is the 9th anniversary grand finale of WANO campaign. So the fact that they've announced this as the grand finale of WANO campaign just in general is kind of fascinating. For many reasons, of course, and we're not going to talk about spoilers in this video today, but many people know that there is that particular unit that we're all expecting to come out at some point this year. And the fact that they've titled this as the grand finale of WANO, and it is supposed to come out, well, this campaign goes from April 28th until June 24th, right? So that is, you know, the very end of April, all of May, and essentially all of June is this campaign. So we are expecting not only big things to come out for the actual anniversary, which is May 11th, 1900 PST time, but even things that are coming out after that, you know, the end of May, what's coming out then, the start of June, the mid-June, late June. There's lots of big things to look forward to, and of course the big event itself, we don't know when it's going to happen. A lot of people are saying it could be One Piece Day now. We really don't have a timeline for when that particular unit is going to be coming out. Of course, I'd say it's probably going to be coming out the same day as the actual episode would air in the anime. That would be my assumption right now. But the fact that this campaign is listed right here until the 24th is fascinating. In terms of what is actually listed here, though, we get 5 free multi-pulls from May 6th until May 11th, so that's awesome. Leading up every single day, the last 5 days before anniversary, we get a free multi. And likely when the anniversary drops, we'll get a free multi on the anniversary Sugo Fest as well. That's typically how it goes. There's also the countdown login bonus where we can get 25 free gems and a free red ticket, so that's great, just more gems to conserve for the anniversary. And then of course you have the bounty achievement campaign, which we just talked about with all of the tickets. And then of course we have the new anniversary Sunny ship, so there's going to be a campaign quest starting tomorrow on Extra Island where you can farm it. It's just a very easy quest. When you complete it, you get this ship. And from April 28th until the 17th of May, the ship gives you max specials at the start of the quest, 1.6 attack, recovery slots are going to be matching, easier to land perfects, and 3 times berries and EXP. So this is a fantastic opportunity for new players out there to get into the game, pick up this ship, which is very easy to get, and they can blast through content, especially when you start the tutorial for the Pirate King Adventures. You can get the free Luffy, super evolve him. He also gives additional EXP when you use him as a captain. So using double Luffy and this at the start of your adventure is going to enable you to level up super quickly, accumulate a lot of meats, which you can use to play in the Pirate King Adventures game mode, or use to farm up a lot of characters, which is great. But then after that period of May 17 to June 24th, it will now no longer give you max specials. It's just going to give you -2 cooldown at the start of the quest, which is still very good. 1.6 attack, recovery slots of matching, and instead of 3 times EXP and berries, it's going to be 2 times, which is still very, very good. The fact that it does make recovery slots matching, I think is actually kind of fascinating, because I remember, you know, during the period of when we had Super Tandems released for Anniversary, wasn't the ship allowing you to get tandem slots beneficial? So the fact that they make recovery slots beneficial, I feel like there's going to be a Sugo Fest exclusive in the Anniversary that is going to be focusing around recovery slots. My guess would be a Sanji character because it makes sense thematically, but we'll have to wait and see, of course. And speaking of just picking up more meat, you've got Luffy's Meat Carnival, ayo, from May 4th until the 20th, and there's going to be requests from Chopper Man. You complete, I think, just any piece of content a certain amount of times, and you can pick up to a various amount of these meats, which is pretty cool. So typically it was around like 10, 20, 30 of the small meats, which is healing up half of your stamina. Very, very good way to pick up a lot of extra stamina, which is fantastic. So that is the Anniversary campaign, which is starting very, very shortly, which is great to see. And then, of course, to wrap up this video, we have the 9th Anniversary Countdown Sale, which is pretty typical. It goes until May 11th. So starting May you know, the actual anniversary time, May 11th, 1900 PST time, we're probably getting better sales than what you're seeing here. Usually anniversary sales are the best that they can be. Usually they're very good. 275 gem pack, 200 gem packs, and pretty typical stuff. You know, the 200 gem pack does have legend tickets in it, a limited pool legend ticket, and also a Rumble rare recruit ticket, which does include every Rumble legend and every recent. Well, actually, it doesn't include Apu, which is kind of interesting. I suppose because these gem sales come out still while Apu's banner is out. So I would say that when the anniversary gem sales come out, if there is a Rumble ticket there, Legend Apu would be in that gem pool, which is kind of annoying. It is annoying that they do it that way. But, you know, this is still pretty cool because they've got some good units. They've still got Rumble King, Don Chin Jiao, the film Red Fujitora, who's still really, really good. There's a lot of good characters here. But, of course, if you are looking to purchase gems for gem sales, you should probably wait to use your cash until the anniversary gem sales come out, because those ones are typically more value for your money. And with that, that is going to wrap up yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. There was a lot of news today, and I wanted to touch up on, you know, a lot of it for you guys so you can understand exactly what is coming out. But that is going to wrap it up for me. Thank you so much for watching the video, and if you guys did enjoy it, make sure to go ahead and hit the like button. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. On that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.